So I'm Miss Herbst, and today we're going to read Pickles on Pizza, and it's by Amanda Lee. And a little bit about the author. Amanda Lee is actually a firefighter, and she's known for her Saturday night pizza tradition at the fire station, where she combines her culinary passions with the camaraderie of her crew. When she's not at the fire station or experimenting with flavors, Amanda immerses herself in the great outdoors, from kayaking to hiking with her loyal dog, Dallas. So Amanda gave my dad this book because he was training her as a firefighter, and she signed it and then let us read it. Here we go. First, they introduced us to the characters at Maplewood Fire Department. We have Firefighter Amanda, Firefighter TJ, Captain Frank, Firefighter Chris, and Firefighter Phil. On a sunny Saturday afternoon at the Maplewood Fire Station, firefighters Amanda, Phil, TJ, Chris, and Captain Frank were learning where to find all the tools on their new fire truck. Captain Frank taught the firefighters about their tools, including hoses, shovels, ladders, wrenches, screwdrivers, bolt cutters, and hammers. Knowing the location of equipment on the fire truck lets firefighters help their community faster in emergencies. All of this learning was making the firefighters very hungry. They loaded up in their new fire truck, left the station, and headed to the grocery store. Saturdays at the station were pizza night, and they still had a few ingredients missing from their shopping list. When they arrived at the grocery store, Captain Frank yelled, "I'll get the ice cream!" and ran to the freezer section for 2 tubs of strawberry ice cream, his favorite. Firefighter Amanda and TJ went searching for peppers, pepperoni, pineapples, and pizza dough. Once the crew had gotten the ingredients for their pizzas and lots of ice cream, they headed back to the fire truck where firefighters Phil and Chris were waiting. When the hungry firefighters returned to the station, they started making pizzas. Firefighter Amanda is the pizza chef. As she rolled out the dough, Firefighter Phil helped by carefully chopping the vegetables. Suddenly, as Firefighter Amanda was about to put the toppings on, the alarm sounded. The firefighters were needed at the pickle factory in town. Everyone stopped what they were doing and hurried to the trucks. They jumped into their boots, quickly slipped on their jackets, and grabbed their helmets. They drove to the factory in their new fire truck, with their lights flashing and sirens blaring. Wee-oo, wee-oo. When they arrived at the factory, smoke and flames were coming out the windows. Firefighters Phil and Amanda rushed inside to make sure everyone had gotten out safely, while firefighters TJ and Chris put the fire out using water from their hoses. Through great teamwork, the firefighters quickly put out the fire and made sure everyone was safe. The pickle factory was saved. The factory manager was so grateful to the firefighters. "You saved my factory!" she exclaimed. "As a thank you, here are some jars of our famous pickles." The firefighters cleaned up and loaded all their equipment, including the pickles, into their new fire truck. Their tummies were rumbling. It was time to get back to the station. They had pizzas to finish. On the way back, Firefighter Amanda wondered what they were going to do with all the pickles. She thought, what about pickles on ice cream? Or maybe pickles on pancakes? Then she had an idea. "Why don't we add them to our pizza?" she asked the crew. The other firefighters were very unsure about Firefighter Amanda's idea. None of them had ever tried pickles on pizza before. Firefighter TJ, a very picky eater, exclaimed, "I only like cheese on my pizza and nothing else." Firefighter Amanda explained to Firefighter TJ, "It's good to try new things, even if you are unsure about them. New things can be great." She reminded him about the new fire truck that the firefighters were learning how to use. The new fire truck is faster and holds more tools to help keep the firefighters and their community safe. The rest of the crew realized that if they could learn how to use the new fire truck, they could try some pickles on pizza too. Firefighter Amanda was so excited they were willing to give something new a chance. Firefighter Amanda sprinkled the pickles on one of their pizzas and slid it into the oven. The crew was very hungry and impatiently waited for the pizzas to bake. Captain Frank even tried to sneak some spoonfuls of ice cream without anyone noticing. Finally, the pizza was ready, and the firefighters took their first bite. To their surprise, they loved it. Even firefighter TJ, who forgot all about his plain cheese pizza. The firefighters learned that sometimes new things can make you feel nervous and uneasy, whether it's a new fire truck or pickles on your pizza. It's important to overcome your fears of trying new things because you will never know what you might be missing. From that day on, the firefighters requested pickles on their pizza every Saturday night. And then the book has a recipe for pickle pizza too, which I think I'm going to have to try because they put chicken and pickles on the pizza.